You're now Republican Congressman from North Carolina, Mark Harris. Representative, thank you for being here. I first want to get your reaction, since he's also from North Carolina, to Senator Tillis's announcement and also his reservations about what's happening in Washington.
Well, Marni, first of all, thank you for having me. It's certainly good to be with you. And certainly Tom Tillis has been a force here in North Carolina for a long time and is serving there in the United States Senate. He obviously has his reasons that he's made clear that he is stepping back from running for re-election, and his concerns that he's issued with this bill. I don't necessarily agree with all of the things that he has as his reasoning for why he's opposed to it. But again, that is certainly his prerogative, and he has served this state in a strong way for a number of years. And obviously, it's going to open up a lot of things here in North Carolina going into this re-election for that U.S. Senate seat.
One of his concerns and other concerns that have been raised is maximum cuts for Medicaid. What are your issues with this as the bill gets marked up and voted on, and any changes that left the House?
Well, obviously, I voted for the bill in the House, and I'm closely monitoring the progress that it's making through the Senate and the Senate text. Listen, with President Trump's legislative agenda on the line, I have no doubt that we're going to find a way to get this done, and we're going to get it through. There are just so many great things that are in this bill that all of us recognize we had a part of putting in it. Obviously, we're concerned, and we want it to be somewhat deficit neutral. And as was just shared in the report earlier, even showing that $3.3 trillion over 10 years at CBO points out that's not necessarily the dynamic score that would include the growth. And there's no question when we look at President Trump's first term that once these tax cuts were put in place, the lower brackets, it led to our economy just being ramped up and things really began to hit on all cylinders. And so if we see that again with these policies being put in place, then I'm confident that we're going to continue to see growth as well. Am I concerned? Yes, I do want to make sure that we make it as deficit neutral as possible. And we want to make sure that we're good stewards. I came to Washington recognizing that I've got near 10 grandchildren, expecting the 11th one in December. And I want them to have a nation that they can grow up in. And if we don't bend the curve on our national debt, then we're not going to be able to provide that for them. So I am concerned for that, but I do see what's happening with this bill, and I am very confident that we're going to be able to get it across the finish line.
You guys have a full house around the holidays. Congratulations on that upcoming announcement. That's exciting. Real quick, it's a Friday deadline. How concerned are you that they meet that deadline, or do you believe that there's an argument to be made to extend it to make sure that it's done right?
Well, obviously, we want to do it right, but I also believe that we've had a lot of discussion. The House passed our version of it all the way back before Memorial Day. The Senate has had the entire month of June. And of course, like we oftentimes see taking place, here we are coming up on what was a goal or a deadline, if you will, and they're still teetering with it back and forth. So I'm hopeful we're prepared as the House to come back as soon as they pass this, and we're going to take it up. And hopefully it's going to be something that we can get through the House, and we're going to work together with the president. The speaker, I know, is just following this very closely. He's constantly in touch with the president, constantly in touch with Senator Thune. I'm very anxious to watch the amendments that are going to be happening during this vote-a-rama, because there's some things that even in Medicaid may very well be amended in this situation today, because we want to make Medicaid something that what it was developed for, those folks, the elderly, women that were pregnant, for children, those that it was developed for, we want to make sure that it's preserved so they're going to be able to keep it in the future. And so I think some amendments today that are going to help preserve that and put Medicaid on a stronger financial footing may be coming this way, but we're just going to have to watch it because it's an ever-evolving bill right before our eyes.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.